Let's talk about one of the greatest and fastest turnaround stories I've ever seen, Carvana, the e-commerce platform for used cars with gigantic used car vending machines where you pick them up in person. Back in December of 2022, a lot of people worried that Carvana was headed for bankruptcy, but the company managed to raise money and then mounted an incredible comeback. Stock's now up more than 1,900%. Earlier today, we got a chance to check in with Ernie Garcia, the co-founder, president, and CEO of Carvana, to talk about how this whole thing works. How do we pull it off? Take a look. First, Ernie, it's pure joy to see you in person.
Thank you.
And why don't you tell us where we are, because it's a lot different from a typical car dealer.
Yeah, well, we're in the Carvana vending machine. So the way our business model works, customers go online, they can select from thousands of cars, they pick the one they want, and then if they choose to come and pick it up, instead of having it delivered to their house, they come to this place. We vend it out of this vending machine, they drop a coin in this slot here. It's an experience they tell their friends about, and we think it's pretty great.
Now, it's a disruptive. Give me 3 reasons why I would want to go and use a vending machine to buy a car.
Sure. Well, I think I'll start with the one that doesn't show up in models, but I think matters, and it's fun. I think, when people are buying a $25,000 car, that's something that doesn't happen too often. We want to make it fun. We want to make it memorable. We want to make an experience that they're excited about. I think getting a car is always exciting. Sometimes buying one can be a little bit tough. So we want to make, the whole experience great, and that's what we do here.
Well, I've got to tell you, it is the most disruptive model. I, of course, have bought one from Carvana and had to take it back. They always say that as soon as you leave the lot, it's worth a lot less, but I got my money back. How are you able to afford doing that?
Yeah, well, so I think our whole business model is set up to give customers selection, a low price, a great experience. And we do that with something that's totally different. We use infrastructure in a totally different way. We have our own supply chain. And then what we want to do is we recognize that customers buying something that expensive online, they want to make sure they're confident when they buy the car. And so by providing that return policy, people can go into that confidence. Not that many customers use it, but for those that do, it's really valuable, and it gives everyone the confidence they need to buy a car online and save a little money.
Now, when your stock was going down, people told me that your goal of being the largest and most profitable dealer was a sham and laughable. You proved them wrong so far when it comes to getting out of the abyss. Can you become the largest and most profitable dealer?
We can, and that's the plan. I think our whole business model is built to give customers a different experience, to have a different kind of business model that benefits from scale. I think we've always been a company that really hustled. We always ran really fast. We were lucky enough to become the 3rd fastest company to ever hit the Fortune 500. That came from a bunch of people hustling hard. And then I think in 22, when the wind started blowing against us, it was tough. And we went through some tough times, but we've responded extremely well, and I think we're in the best spot we've ever been. So that's the goal, and we're going to do it.
I'm thrilled that I kind of got behind you but it was just happenstance because I used you, okay? How could you not? But now there's, I'm not going to pick on these guys. I'm not going to pick on this fellow from RBC or from Jefferies, but listen to this. Bear case, increasingly unprovable, upgrading the sector perform. To Jefferies, from distressed asset to internet darling, upgrade to hold. What did these people who are paid a lot of money not see about you and your company?
Well, I think in fairness to all of them, I think they do good work, and I think they've been following us for a long time. And I think, as is always the case, sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative, and our job is to make most of the time positive. But I think what can be missed sometimes in financial models is business fundamentals and the people that make the business work. And I think our business fundamentals are that we deliver an experience that customers love. And I think we have a team that when our back's against the wall, we hustle. And I think those things generally lead to better outcomes than you can sometimes see by extending a line. So I think that's what we're doing.
All right, better outcome for a company like yours is that you've got to come in under people's costs and yet still make a lot more money. Everyone told me you couldn't do that, but this supply chain that you have, let's talk about that.
Sure. So I think, it's without giving too much background, I think the way that automotive retail has evolved over time is there's, tens of thousands of dealers out there that do things in similar ways. And I think a lot of customers love buying a car that way, but we wanted to build something. I
think it's intimidating.
I think different people have different views. It sounds like, yeah, so it sounds like we're probably a great option for you. But I think we tried to build a business model that use infrastructure very differently. We've got thousands of acres. We've got 500,000 parking spots around the country. We've got a logistics network that delivers cars to people's doors. We've got a website where customers can go through the entire process. They can get approved for and select financing. They can go through all of it. And I think that business model required scale, but the variable costs are lower, and so it allows us to pass savings on to customers.
Okay, now what are people buying? And I keep hearing EVs are out. They like hybrids. That's the story. Tell me what people are coming to see and buy.
So I think different people like different things. I think our job is to give customers all the options they want. I think those options include ICE cars, they include hybrids, they include electric cars. I think electric cars went through their kind of heavy hype cycle, and now, it's kind of the opposite of that for now. But we view it, at least, as the kind of the horse out of the barn on that one. Electric cars are coming, and they're coming pretty fast. They're now 8% of new car sales. That's going to flow into used eventually. So we focus on trying to give customers all the options.
You don't think it's peaked?
We do not. We think electric cars are coming.
Interesting. Now, I need to know, who is it, the person who buys? And I want to do that because in the old days, we watched the car commercials during the football games, and we say, wow, that's cool. Maybe we come in, maybe we don't. I think these newer people are acquired by going on the web, Googling, trying to find a car, and are really comfortable with this whole thing. What is the demographic initially of what you're doing, and what's the demographic now?
Sure. So the demographic, I think, skews in all the ways that you'd expect. It skews a little younger. It skews a little bit more in the direction of electric car. It skews a little bit more affluent. It skews a little bit more female. But generally speaking, it looks like the average American customer. And so we're reaching them in the ways that most people would. We do TV advertising. We do a lot with Google. We do other digital channels. And then I think importantly, we try to deliver great experiences at places like this that people pull out their phones and record and tell their friends about.
All right, I want to talk about that. I first heard about you because I go on I-95 in Philadelphia, and there it is, the beautiful tower. And I said to myself, that is all artifice. That is just some sort of come on. But it isn't, is it?
So I think another thing that doesn't fit in a business model is cool. I think
it's cool.
It's cool to be here, right?